Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to give you the really easiest, honestly, the easiest kind of smoky, bronzy eye. It has like a little bit of gold in it. It was inspired by a video that I just did recently where I had just kind of very cool, warm, smoky eye. And you guys were like, what is that? Teach us how to do that. And it's actually really easy. I decided to finish the rest of my face kind of in speed drive, so it wouldn't take so long, but I hope you guys enjoy this. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. All right, you guys, so I'm going to take this kind of color corrector bronzer. It basically illuminates the skin and makes it look more tan. I'm going to put this all over just that bottom half of the lid and up across the crease. I'm using this because I'm tying everything in together. I'm going to be using this later on in the look to really give this look some warmth and kind of this little bronze moment. Next, I'm going to be building a little bit of depth with this. It's more of like a camel color. It's a very neutral taupey camel color that you would use in the transition space of your eye, which will be in the crease. Or if you have hooded eyes or deep set eyes like me, you can see that I'm using this in the crease, but also up above the crease to create dimension and depth and kind of open up the eye. And here you're just building intensity and starting to really build that color up. So you can go back and forth and build this color up to however you see fit, however, much pigmentation you want out of this color. All right, so here is the deeper color that we're going to use just on the bottom half of the mobile lid. And you're going to see I'm going to be using this with tapping motions with the brush to build pigmentation and intensity. And then where I want to kind of blend out the edges, I'm just going back and forth in that kind of windshield wiper motion. But how you deposit color in a look like this is you really take a beautiful color that's this kind of rich coppery brown and pack it on in tapping motions and then go back and forth like a windshield wiper screen. And honestly, that's as easy as this kind of smoky eye is, because the intensity is around that kind of bottom portion of the eye and around the lash line. As I go through the rest of the look, I'll finish off the eyes. All right, so now I'm just taking a little bit of this highlighter, and it has a very kind of goldy champagne color to it. And I'm just putting it on the inside corner of the eye, and you can see immediately how much this brightens the eye up, because sometimes even when I wear a smoky eye, it can really close the eye up. I really like to add a little bit of light on that inside corner of the eye to let it keep it open and bright. All right, so now we're just going to prime the face, and I'm just using a primer that's hydrating, and it's going to just make the makeup glide on the skin, and that's just the kind of primer I love to use for myself and clients. All right, so now the primer's on. We're going to use my Water Blend Foundation from Makeup Forever because it is a very sheer wash of color, and I just want to start with something really sheer, something very skin-like, so the look doesn't look overly made up. All right, so I'm going back to oldies but goodies. We're going to my Air Flash foundation. Reason being is because I really want the foundation to be built up in certain areas and make it look a little bit more flawless, as well as kind of give it some richness in tone, because these are a little bit darker than my natural skin tone, but this formula looks like skin. It is just gorgeous and applied so beautifully with a beauty blender. All right, so now that my concealer is on, I'm taking that last color we used, that more rich brown tone, and dragging it under the eye. And this is going to complete that kind of smoky eye look, and it's going to look very, very put together, not harsh, because it is a powder shadow, and I'm just kind of blending it out. And it's going to be just kind of a hint of color, something just to frame the eye, to bring a little bit of a drop down shadow to that bottom lid. All right, so to finish off that kind of bronze, we're going back in with that same kind of color corrector bronzer, and it's just going to warm up the skin. We're going to apply this right where you would apply bronzer. Now, the look that we're trying to achieve is a very kind of flawless skin, but something that looks natural, as if I was just in the sun and I look very kind of tan. And that's why I'm actually blending this in with a beauty blender, because I'm applying the color as you see here, and then I'm going to tap my beauty blender over this with foundation already in it, and that really blends the two together and makes it look like a second skin. That's a great tip if you ever are using cream products, to blend it in with whatever tool you used for your foundation. I'm going to apply this to the forehead to, again, just mimic the sun and give it that beautiful bronze goddess glow. A little multi-stick by Bite, and this is in this beautiful kind of apricot-y orange color that actually might scare you when you first see it, but when it blends out, it just looks so beautiful. I think this would look great for all skin tones, especially somebody with deeper skin tones, but of course I'm a lot lighter, so it looks really great on me as well. But it just is a universal flattering color, and since it is a multi-stick, I have used this on my lips, cheeks, and eyes for a monochromatic look. But you know, the reason why I'm using this kind of cream formulas is because it's really great for my more mature skin, because sometimes powders can be super harsh and make everything look way made up, and using formulas like this can really decrease that and make it look more like skin. A little bit of creamy highlighter, and again, this is that same champagne color that we used on the inner corner to add just a little bit of radiance, and since it is that champagne-y, bronzy color, it will go together with everything beautifully that we have used so far. All right, so I've set the face with my Holy Grail Ambient Lighting Powder from Hourglass. Now we're just going in with this e.l.f. palette. It has just a beautiful, not super pigmented bronzer and peach blush. And what we're really doing is we're just setting the creams that we have used and really just giving it a little bit more depth and dimension. All right, brows are on, mascara's on, and a little bit of nude lip. This you want to pick having a undertone of peach and a little bit of gold to it, just to match the whole look and bring it all together. All right, you guys, so I hope you enjoyed that little tutorial. I just, sometimes I just love creating some fun, different looks with a little bit more pigment in them. I'm actually thinking of creating a series called like Motivation Makeup, or just for fun, or something that where we really try to experiment with makeup and do something a little bit different, but we'll see how that goes. I'm also going to be trying to bringing in some models, not necessarily like that's what they do for a living, but all different age ranges and skin colors and all of that. So that's in the works as well. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Mwah. Bye, you guys.